Hey guys, welcome to the Enlightened Logger channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out. This channel is dedicated to healing through hard work. We'll talk about everything from addiction to zeal for the outdoors. I tell people that I don't know how to act without a chainsaw in hand, so you've been warned. Let's get to it. Hey guys, Enlightened Logger here. Just doing a follow-up video to our How to Eat an Elephant series that we're working on. One of the other steps that I went through myself was looking for supports. One of the other steps, I guess, that I took was looking for different supports between friends, family. Maybe there was different courses you can take. I know some people seek out groups like AA or NA, or maybe a pastor or a preacher that they can sit down and talk to, somebody that they can confide in and not be judged and not feel judged for what it is they're going through. Me personally, I kind of did all of this on my own. I had my supporting wife and children who never really mentioned to me that they felt that there was a problem, but I knew that there was a problem, obviously. So I went ahead and addressed it myself. And I did a lot of inner work. I had to go inside and figure out who it was that I was and who I wanted to be when I grew up. So when I left my job, I went out into the woods and I got reconnected with nature, and I had to do a lot of soul searching and inner battles, to exercise the demons that were within you. I had a friend who fairly recently passed away due to his addiction and his other health concerns. But he told me a long time ago that in reference to, we were partying and drinking and screwing around. It was close to the 4th of July. And the next day we were all hungover and just a mess. And he said, "Yep, come on, we got to go to work." And I looked at him, I said, "What?" He goes, "Come on, we got to get out there and get sweating." He goes, "We got to sweat out the evil." And I even every day I've thought about that comment, even after not drinking anymore and not dealing with addiction, even though you do every day, but not dealing with that anymore on a daily basis, let's say taking drinks, I still think about sweating out the evil. For me, it's a daily thing, a weekly thing. I need that resistance in my life that we talked about, so you don't fall forward like a lot of men do. They need that physical resistance. They need that something to hold them up so they don't fall flat on their face. And part of this healing process for me was sweating. I had to get out there and really grind and be tired at the end of the day and purge all those toxins and chemicals that were within you and the alterations to your DNA. A lot of people don't think about what drugs and alcohol can do to you long term. And I'm not just talking about missed connections in your brain, etc. People say you get into that hazy kind of a pot smoker look. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about the alterations inside on a cellular level and what it can do to you long term, because it affects your spirit as well. So I had to get out there and sweat it out. So that was my form of support, nature. I dug deep and I got grounded, and I found a channel, a path to focus my energy on. And the earth, I gave the earth my energy, and it gave me cleansed and purified energy back. And I know that's a subject you're not going to hear on too many other logging channels, but again, we're looking for the balance in that wheel of life. The spokes, we're trying to balance them so we don't get the tire out of round. So that was another big one. I guess another step for me that I had to do was finding faith in myself, God, the universe, whatever name you want to put on that. But I had to find some sort of a faith. I have somewhat of a Christian background. I have Christian beliefs. I believe in Christed consciousness. And once we get on what I call the Jesus frequency, where you're not fighting anymore and you're not resisting, and you can get rid of that inner turmoil that's inside, battling those demons, you get on that frequency and you start to listen to what the earth is telling you, or maybe animals speak to you through spirit, let's say, and you listen to that voice inside that tells you, hey, you probably shouldn't do that, whether it's
eating a bag of cookies, or it's driving too fast down the road and you get that little feeling, hey, you better slow down because a deer might jump out in front of you, and then bang, a deer jumps out or a turkey flies out of the ditch, whatever. Those little things you need to pay attention to. That's your intuition, that's your inner guidance system that you've got to pay attention to. So you've got to find faith, and you've got to build that, and you've got to learn how to reconnect to that. I think that that's something that's in our culture has been beaten out of us for a long time. And you know, I think we're born with it as we come to this earth, and as children we grow up, and then we're told that we're crazy, let's say, when we're talking to our imaginary friends, or you know, see spirits, let's say, or hear voices, or you know, some of us communicate with animals, let's say. People think we're crazy. Well, I think that we're intended to do those things from the beginning, and that's part of our interconnectedness, this universal frequency we're on. And when you can tap into that frequency, you can live a fulfilled life and feel whole without having to put these substances into your life that are ultimately taking control of you. You know, I found in my journey that I was submitting to the will of my demons and keeping my frequency down by putting that alcohol in my body. And you know, you can replace the word alcohol with a number of different things, but whatever it is that you're addicted to, you're giving that permission to rule over your life. And I had to stop that. I had to acknowledge that that was a problem. So that's where I delved into these projects where I was working hard physically, outside in the elements, connected to earth. You know, you take a break on a summer day especially. You sit back, you just listen to the wind, you listen to the birds sing, you see the cloud formations pass through, you just close your eyes and you can disappear sometimes. So that's kind of a mini meditation, if you will. And that's another great step, is finding some way to meditate and allow yourself, give yourself permission that 30 minutes a day or whatever figure you can, whatever time slot you can allow, but give yourself permission to do that, where you allow your mind to drift away and you just disconnect from, we'll call it from reality, but really what it is you letting go all of the fears and the worries and the anxiety for a period of time. You relax your body, you get connected to that frequency, and then you can kind of get centered and you can get focused again. You know, sometimes we get going and we're like the shotgun. We've got little pieces going all over the place, but the further we get out, the less impact it has on our target. You know, you get out there 60, 70 yards, that bird shot isn't going to do much against that target. You want to be focused like the laser or a rifle. You know, you get it dialed into that 308, let's say, or a 223. You know, you get that dialed right into that bullseye. And that's where we need to spend our time and our energy, is focused on our goals and our objectives and staying within that frequency. You know, sometimes we've got to do the shotgun approach to get things going, but then you figure out the things that are going to give you the best yield, and that's where you spend your time and energy. So that's what I had to do. I had to get out there and spend time in nature. I had to work hard, I had to sweat, and I had to let the tears flow. There were times when of course, you're looking around, making sure that nobody's paying attention if you're a big macho guy, but you know, you're gonna purge those energies. You gotta let them go. You gotta let go of the negative frequency and the negative energy and, you know, emotional hurts or whatever you've had in the past, and you gotta get that out of your life, let it go, give it to the universe, give it to God, let God deal with your problems for that day, and you go tackle what's next. You know, you've got your list that you made, you're going to tackle the next project. So thank you for joining me on this journey. We're going to have more updates as we progress. I got some pretty good news yesterday, talking to a potential future employer. So I've got a interview set up for the middle of next week. We're going to head down to Greenville, South Carolina, and see if we can put something together. My experience, my work ethic, and some of the things that I've done, I'm hoping that will apply, and I can bring something that is to the table for these guys, and in turn provide me with an opportunity to learn and grow and provide for my family. Give us the opportunity to move down there and try something different. So we got some great news, got some big things coming. Again, thanks for joining. I'm Enlightened Logger. Have a great day.